Back in the heyday when Marvel Studios was on an absolute hot streak, we knew that walking out of Captain America: The Winter Soldier, the so far best film in the MCU, subjectively but not really, would be followed by something different. A cosmic adventure from a director known for wildly different content, full of characters that we were definitely not used to outside of the comic book scene. The next film includes a raccoon? A talking tree? The guy from Parks and Rec is a dude named Star-Lord? What is Marvel thinking? Nevertheless, the second the trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy dropped, I excused myself from history class, ran to the nearest handicap stall, cranked out my phone, and watched the trailer. It was pretty good so far, and I was sort of buying into it, and then this happened. That trailer currently has over 11 million views, and I have got to be like at least 70 of them. I knew nothing other than these characters' names, and I would have done terrible things to just see the movie in that moment. In 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I went from being lackadaisical about a film to being willing to commit war crimes to see it immediately. And that is the power that a well-made movie trailer can have. Movie trailers are important. You don't need me to sit here and tell you that they boost ticket sales because duh. And for that reason, I'm here simply to just celebrate them. To celebrate the effect they have on us, the audience, months and sometimes even years before they are supposed to put our butts in a sticky popcorn-riddled seat. I think about this all now because very recently, this trailer was released.
7, 6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war.
I have not seen either of the 28 Days Later films, but now I gotta. And I like to think that either not many people these days are watching them or no one is constantly thinking about this franchise the way we used to. It's been a while since the last film. But the mood, the ominous poem reading, the quick frantic cuts of random BS that give you no real indication of what's going on, but it gives you all the curiosity you need to buy a ticket and learn more. A great trailer like that of 28 Years Later will not sell you a plot line. The best trailers, the ones I replay in my head constantly, sell you a mood. Those 2 to 3 minutes are where things like editing, music choice, and original soundtracks are able to shine. You aren't getting the whole story in that time frame. I don't want the story in 3 minutes. I want to experience it the way it was meant to be told over the course of its entire runtime, which is all the more reason that something like a movie trailer needs the utmost care and attention during the marketing process. No matter where that audience member is in relation to your content, completely unfamiliar with it, avid fan, or somewhere in between, a film's trailer is the very first impression they will receive of it, and first impressions are critical. Even if your film is bad, if you throw a good first impression to your future audience, even that can be enough cushion to save a movie from sinking. I know I'm showing images of Terminator Genisys here, but I need you to know I am only talking about the first trailer to that movie, okay? Don't come at me, it was pretty good. We all remember what happened on our second impression of that film. Ugh. Anyway, music especially, completely separate from movies or their trailers, I'm just talking music in general, has mastered the art form of making the audience feel a certain way in roughly 2 to 3 minutes. In that short time frame, a song can bend and twist your emotions to align perfectly with the visuals shown to you in a trailer and the mood that it wants to convey. Take this for example.
I think it's weird I hang out with Gary and his friends all the time. I think it's weird that I hang out with Gary and his 15-year-old friends all the time.
The whole trailer for Licorice Pizza doesn't outline its plot to you in any structured sort of way, but David Bowie's Life on Mars so aggressively forms a mood that these two characters that you haven't even met yet are going through. You can almost grab that mood, hold it close, and resonate with it. The same goes for this trailer.
Sometimes the pink opaque feels more real than real life.
Maddie, it was a TV show.
Are you sure that's all it was? I like girls, you know that, right?
Totally, that's fine.
What about you? Do you like girls?
I think that I like TV shows.
It's our destiny.
How can I have a destiny?
Something's wrong. This isn't how life is supposed to feel.
Both Licorice Pizza and I Saw the TV Glow are using licensed music to shape that feeling for the audience. That is a really good surefire way to do so, especially if a film's score is not complete yet for when the trailer needs to be released. In the latter trailer, for example, the song Anthems for a 17-Year-Old Girl by Yule is used deliberately to thrust you into the mood of this world from these high schoolers' point of view, while still displaying the vibrant pink overlays as bright as the song itself, making its more unsettling moments all the more contrasting and therefore stand out. Licensed music is a safe way to go for sure, but it isn't always a get-out-of-jail-free card. Take this trailer for example.
Rome must fall. I need only give it a push.
Will we make it out alive? Alright. Hands on the mausoleum floor. Blood stains the Colosseum doors.
This ring belonged to Maximus. Now I give it to you.
Just because your film takes place in the Colosseum does not mean a song with that specific lyric would work. Beyond the word Colosseum, there's nothing else that the song No Church in the Wild by Jay-Z does to bring you into the world of this trailer, which is likely why the second trailer for Gladiator 2 was full of more era-appropriate orchestral backing than we've come to expect from films set in ancient Rome.
To restore order, I must have power.
Everything is forgotten in time. Empires fall, so do emperors.
I always tend to prefer an original soundtrack to be overlaid over a trailer the first time I get an impression of a film, as that OST is custom made for that movie. And if the trailer is aiming to give you a sneak peek into the vibe and atmosphere of that film, its need for that film's music is all the more clear. A good second or third trailer released for a movie is typically its best for that reason, as the mood the trailer gives is more completely aligned with its full feature-length relative. For example, this was the first trailer released for Dune Part 1.
One day, a legend will be born. All of civilization depends on it.
The future, I can see it.
See? Licensed music, good vibes, good trailer. Now for trailer number 2, let's give Hans Zimmer some time to work on his soundtrack and then check back in. I'm sure it's going to be pretty good.
Dad, what if I'm not the future of House Atreides? You'll still be the only thing I ever needed you to be. My son. If anything happens, will you protect Paul?
With my life.
Only together can we stand a chance.
It's time.
Trailers are an art form unto themselves. There are a few stars that have to align. Mainly, number 1, the vague mirage of a storyline, but not the outline, one that gets you curious enough to see it in full. Number 2, the mood and energy it brings through its audio and pace of editing. And number 3, the blending and marriage of points 1 and 2 that forms a tight rope that can lasso the viewer into its world, even if only for 2 minutes. That is just enough time to make someone want to dive back in to get a taste of the film's setting and atmosphere once more, or, in later cases, absorb themselves into it for a full-length feature. Let me put it this way. Guardians of the Galaxy came out over 10 years ago. That trailer came out long before that. To this day, I still go back and watch that trailer. Not to be reminded of the movie's story, not to even catch something I missed the first 70 times I watched it, but to just feel it again, to feel that mood, that energy, that fun, upbeat, action-packed vibe it so sufficiently provides in 2 minutes rather than 2 hours. It's like getting everything the movie gave me in a bite-sized, flavorful portion. I hope these artists continue to give their own trailers as much respect as they do their own films, because I, and I presume many others, are proof that bite-sized pieces of art can be just as important and even live far beyond the films that they are based on. But what are your favorite trailers? Which ones, if any, do you find yourself coming back to time and time again? Let me know in the comments down below, and for more movie chats over a cup of coffee, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.